Hey guys, it's me. Remember me? Sorry, that's an unfair question that puts you in an awkward position. Before I get started, I want to apologize for the brief hiatus the Connor Show has been on. I have been writing my review of The Batman for about a year. At this point, I'm worried the sequel's taking so long because of me, so if that is the case, my bad. But I decided to take a break from that because the other day, I watched a funny movie. I enjoyed this funny movie, which I wouldn't say is rare these days. I still like the funny movies that come out. I liked Trap, I liked Poop Cruise. But I think we can all agree that the comedy film as an art form is in a bit of a transitional stage at the moment. And what I noticed was that over the past few weeks, I've been having flashbacks of scenes from this movie and laughing out loud to myself, which gave me nostalgia. I missed comedies sitting with me in that way. Admittedly, I'm a young man. Maybe today's kids loved Happy Gilmore 2, and in 10 years, they'll feel nostalgic for that. Although I would be surprised because it is a film based entirely on references no modern kid could understand, but maybe. The movie I saw was Friendship, and I have to put the camera down because my arm is killing me and I think I'm shaking. I keep moving, so I never have my setup with me or ready, so this shot is on the floor. What were we talking about? Friendship, starring Tim Robinson, which I knew I was going to see the second I heard about it, because I will see anything Tim Robinson does, because I think he is one of the most influential and fresh voices in comedy today. I think he is approaching comedy writing in a way that meaningfully responds to a very new and very complicated kind of audience. So before we talk about the movie, let me take a second to try to justify those probably exaggerated statements I just made. Do you still say the best thing on TV for something that's on streaming? I wanted to say I think you should leave is the best thing on TV, but it's not, I don't think it's on TV. And I'm not going to say best thing on streaming, ugh. Anyways, it's very good. I Think You Should Leave is a sketch show about people who really should leave. I say that half jokingly because I am genuinely impressed at how much that title can inform you of the tone of the show. It's not literally true that every sketch is about a person who should leave, although there's plenty of that. If that's what you're into, don't worry.
Shit, say it again.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
I tried to get a video, but I couldn't flip the thing fast enough.
It's more about the feeling you get when you hear those words. Imagine hearing a person of authority tell someone, I think you should leave. That warm feeling in your heart that you get knowing that someone is causing a problem, lacks the social awareness to have known they were causing a problem, is now being confronted by it, and you are there to witness everything. That's what the show gives you. And listen, I'm not going to act like this is some new, unexplored vein of comedy. I'm aware that cringe humor and a character being socially unaware is very common. In fact, it might be one of the core styles of comedy, is having a character who is unaware of something that everyone else is aware of. That's comedy writing 101. When Elf bursts into a coffee shop and screams,
"World's best cup of coffee."
When Dwight awkwardly imitates Jim by mimicking his style. When McLovin chooses the name McLovin. I don't give I Think You Should Leave props for its premises. It's more the honesty that he treats the situations with and the infinite refusal to give any dignity to the offending party. On top of that, Tim Robinson is objectively a great sketch writer. Sketches will often end abruptly, right at the narrative peak. But then every once in a while there will be, what feels like the final escalation of the joke, and then you just sit in the world.
Permission to go home, lie down, and watch some TV and rest up so my face isn't beet red for my family photo tonight?
Yes.
Thank you.
Or I love it when a character is in the middle of, a ridiculous outburst, and then they're dragged back to reality by some small detail.
You went through my trash?
How do you think I got this?
Oh my God, what is that?
A rat bit me.
Jesus.
It's not that gross.
That specifically is, a Tim Robinsonism that I would say I've noticed in a lot of new sketches. Or he'll write a character that is designed to be ridiculed. In any other sketch, all other characters would be used to make fun of this one central fool, but instead, they all just buy into his world, and now you, the viewer, are the minority.
But That's a cool shirt.
Yeah, it's a TC top from TC Tuggers, the only shirt that's got a little knob on the front so you can just pull it out when it gets trapped on your belly.
It's very cool.
All of those clips were from one episode, by the way. And that's not lazy on my part. That's actually really cool that I did that. I think there's probably something to be said about some sort of social commentary baked into these premises. I can feel something like that under the surface, but I will leave that to a better writer than me. What I think is clear is that he's found something new and that works now. I think he has this, relevant blueprint that other sketch comedians can build off of. However, before I saw this movie, we are talking about a movie, by the way, I felt like this style of comedy really only worked in short form, and I was wrong.
What the hell? What kind of guy are you?
I think there are definitely a lot of things adjacent to comedy that this movie benefits from. It looks great, it's an A24 joint, and it has that A24 thriller look. It's Step Brothers shot like prisoners. And maybe that shouldn't be important for a comedy movie, but it is. Like, I think a lot of those, pre-2012 comedies that everyone respects so much kind of lucked out by the fact that cameras just looked good. I won't try to, explore the technical reality of it too much because I don't know. I think it has something to do with modern cameras being suited for modern televisions, but look at Happy Gilmore 2 and look at Happy Gilmore 1. Jokes and script quality aside, it's night and day. And I assume both movies just used the cheapest industry standard cameras at the time, but I think they just used to look better. And modern comedies look worse. Part of the reason a movie like Bottoms did so well, in my opinion, is that it looked different. It went out of its way to develop a look, and I don't know if comedy movies in the past really had to think about that. So I liked that part. Friendship also gave Tim Robinson some pretty good performances to work around. Part of I Think You Should Leave and Detroiters to some degree is that the background characters are all these kind of Tim and Eric low-budget commercial level actors, which services the joke a lot of the time, but I think that's one of those things that would have gotten old in a movie. And Tim's wife and son specifically are played very real, and I think that works. When I think about it, one of the things that probably helped the movie the most was that it was marketed and edited like a horror movie. And maybe somewhere in the back of my mind that helps me put my guard down a little bit. And instead of trying to guess when the punchline is coming, I'm worried about a jump scare or a serious moment coming. I admit it's probably unfair to expect a film to trick its audience in that way, but maybe that's part of how comedy movies have to evolve in this modern climate. And then on top of all that, it's funny. Tim just rides the I Think You Should Leave formula and does not flinch. He's the funny hat guy from the courtroom sketch the whole movie. I don't think there's a single moment in the film where Tim's character makes a reasonable social decision. I think what I didn't realize would help Tim's style so much is putting him in situations where I also wouldn't know what to do. Socially, I also would be uncomfortable with Paul Rudd in a sewer. I just wouldn't do that. I don't really know how else to talk about it other than just talking about scenes that I liked. And I kind of already feel like I spoiled too much by even telling you that it's not a horror movie. So if you think you're gonna watch this movie, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. Thank you for watching this far. You could go, that's fine. But I do want to talk about some scenes. Okay, I think my first laugh out loud scene was the first time we see him at work. I think it's the first time. And at this point, we already know he's not the most normal guy, but he seems nice. He was nice to Paul Rudd. His wife was worried about her cancer coming back, to which he said,
It's not coming back.
And so he's, he's strange, but he's like a happy moron. But then he's got this big cup of coffee walking around, and somebody calls him Java King, which he does not like.
Careful, careful, careful. Hold on.
Hey, Java King.
Fucking moron.
I love the singing when Tim is his name's not Tim. In the movie, it's Craig, but I'm going to call him Tim. When Craig is watching everybody sing and then falls in love with them for that reason, I thought was great. Maybe my favorite bit in the movie is when Craig is finally kind of getting things together. He's out to dinner with his family. He stands up for his wife, and he kind of knocks down a bully. He's like, hey, don't talk to her that way, kind of thing. And it's great. Everyone kind of celebrates it. You see a glint in the wife's eye. And for the rest of the dinner, he's just paranoid that the guy he kind of yelled at is going to get revenge, and no one else is worried about it. It's clearly not going to happen, but he just can't sit and have a normal dinner.
Let's all enjoy our meals.
What the hell did I just do?
It's fine.
You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
Happy birthday!
Load out. Come on, we gotta go.
I like the way that Craig describes being a parking enforcement officer.
Hey. You been working out?
I'm just losing weight because I walk all day, every single day, and everybody screams at me. Everybody fucking hates me.
I thought Connor O'Malley's cameo was great. I like when Craig, to get out of the embarrassment of having just stood up on a chair and made a big uncomfortable announcement, kind of goes, okay, who's next? And nobody gets on the chair. And then as he leaves, eventually Connor O'Malley gets up and says,
Just so happy that you made it out and the world is a better place. I'll leave you guys with this. We should still be in Afghanistan, and I don't know why we pulled out in the way that we did.
oh, hey guys, I forgot to end the review. So I'm doing that now. Maybe you can see why my Batman review is taking so long. I don't understand how to structure a film review. So my ending of the review is that I liked it a lot. It made me feel good. Good job, friendship. I liked it. I'm not actually taking a year to write a Batman review, to be clear. I wrote a Batman review a year ago, and I felt like I was a little too harsh. So I've been like wanting to rewatch the movie to make sure all of my criticisms are fair. And every time I start the movie, I can't watch it. So it's taken me a year to watch it. I still haven't watched it. I may never make the review. The sequel may never come out, so I may have all of my life to do it. It's a negative review, so that's fun. Okay, bye.